What up? What up? Okay, so we are live. Welcome to January 1st, 2026. Shout out to you and yours for making it through January 2025. If you believe the new year started today, happy New Year's to you, and shout out to those who believe the new year is in spring, March 20th. So tonight, I want to create a app. I kind of had an idea about this, just based off of like the social climate, AI, community, and social media. I thought of the idea of creating an app that is like meet your neighbor, so to speak, but on like safe terms. So I don't know if y'all remember like back in the day, there was the party line, there was the Philly Raven, the Philly cheesesteak, but it was basically like a chat room, a call in like chat room. So after AIM and AOL and all that kind of like faded out, the chat lines was like the cool thing to do. And again, I know no one cares about back in your day type shit, but yeah, so I think having a safe place to like meet your neighbors without the awkwardness. And I mean, it's kind of good to have the awkwardness. That's part of the human experience, right? You get to understand like who you are as a person. Um, but let me get this up. But ideally, yeah, I wanted an app to, and again, we're just vibe coding live, like on the fly. Um, but I wanted something that can be interactive with like your neighbors, that is safe, that is unique to um, that is unique to the process of like getting to know people. Sorry, just making sure I can see myself. There we go. So if you're on Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram, say what up. Thank you guys for tuning in. But we are going to vibe code an app from scratch. What up, Jerome Hill? Thanks for pulling up. I want to create an app that is like community neighborhood based, essentially, and you can take this idea. I think it will be good for any community. It doesn't just have to be where I live. What up, Zach? Thanks for pulling up. So yeah, let's get started. So first things first, I created a root folder on my desktop, and it's called Neighbor. I haven't thought of an actual name for it yet. The next thing I want to do is brainstorm. I usually use Perplexity or Claude. Either one is pretty good. So whatever your choice is, let me pull up Perplexity. But yeah, have any of you guys been vibe coding all last year? That's been like my jam since the beginning of 2025, was just learning how to vibe code and create some dope stuff. So let me get Perplexity up, and then start kicking around some ideas for the app. And for me, what I use for vibe coding, the three main tools is GitHub, Perplexity for like brainstorming, and Claude as well, and Cursor to actually build the app. So that's my IDE. Man, I wish the screen was a little bit easier to read. How can I fix that? It's not going to center it quite well. I guess we can just do this. All right, so let's hop in here into Perplexity. And now my beautiful bald head is cut off. There we go. All right, so we're going to start in Perplexity. I'm building an app that you can socialize with your neighbors via phone or like group chat, like group rooms. So if you remember AOL, AIM, and all that, you could just talk to your friends and family via that. One Chance, thank you for pulling up. All right, so first I'm gonna start with Perplexity. I'm gonna type in an idea. I could initially just say it into the mic. I'm actually going to do that. Let me see if that works while we're on the call. Hey, I want to create an app that is neighborly based. Essentially, people can meet their neighbors through the PWA. I don't want to create a web app, I mean, a mobile app per se, but a web app where people can go in anonymously or they can create a profile to actually meet their neighbor. Is there a need for this type of app? So once I punch that into Perplexity, I let Perplexity basically do its thing. What up, Drew? Thanks for pulling up to the chat. SVG, the Rooster, KDJ, what up? What up? Thanks for pulling up. All right, so based on what Perplexity says, let me see. I don't know if you guys can see it. But Perplexity said, yeah, there's clearly a demand for neighborhood focused apps. And I think anyone building an app in this day and age, you should focus locally. Because I think that's where the strength is going to be, especially if you think of like the Hunger Games and the Patriot Games. It seems like we're getting more forced into being, neighborly communities. All right, so Perplexity says existing neighborhood apps, platforms like Nextdoor, local Facebook groups already connect neighbors, um, lost pets, crime recommendations, local discussions. So instead of that, I want it to be like meet your neighbor. If your neighbor wants, to have a sense of community, we don't need to talk about crime, maybe lost dogs, but just essentially like, does your neighbor like sports? Does your neighbor like to draw? So just like a simple fun app to basically bring the community together. So it says gaps, pain points. Many users complain that Nextdoor can be toxic. Yes, I think that's one of the most important things. I don't want to have on the app is the toxicity. I just want it to be fun, right? It says not so neighborly. There's tension between real identity requirements, safety, and accountability. Blah blah blah. So it says where my idea fits. A web app, PWA is a progressive web app, emphasizes meeting neighbors rather than news and crime. That's what I said. I don't want another app to tell me about the news, and definitely not crime. Lightweight, optional profiles with clear anonymous mode designed for safety. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Radius. Okay, so if we do local, we'll just do hyper local. I'm based in Delaware, so I'll choose a city in Delaware. Strategy questions before you build. Uh, who is the core use case? Would it be trying to meet people, parents, renters, people in apartments? I think people in apartments is very important. How many people live in an apartment building and don't know the neighbor to the left of them or to the right of them or across the hall? I think that's essential to actually know who your neighbors are. So those who just join in, I'm building an app from scratch. It's going to be like a neighborhood community app. And right now I'm in Perplexity, just getting some ideas um, on what to build. There we go. But I appreciate you guys for pulling up. So my tools that I use is Perplexity for deep research. And right now I'm just on regular search. Claude for a little bit of more of like detailed information stuff. And I use Claude, Opus, and Sonnet to build and inside of Cursor. All right. So let's see. Da, da, da. If you want me, I can step a step. All right, so let's start brainstorm. I guess I'll just start spitting out like the key functions or the key pages of the website. So I would like a PWA that is super friendly, user friendly, clean interface, bento box style that has the standard onboarding profile, name, email for onboarding. Um, and they could use anonymous checkbox. And I would like to have chat rooms for new neighbors, families, singles, game night people, arts and crafts, and community pets, pet lovers. So there, I just created random things I thought would be cool for the PWA. Um, Perplexity basically does its thing. You can read. I usually read all of this before I actually put it into production or start creating. Let's see, PWA text and constraints, blah blah blah. So another thing that I do is I use Netlify to host all my websites. The app will be based using React, and I would use Netlify to host. We'll create a repo using GitHub and use Cursor and Claude AI agent to build it. Create a PRD for build. And those who don't know what a PRD is, it's a products requirement document. It basically lays out your app. What up, Omar? Thanks for pulling up. Um, Always, when you're building a web app or a mobile app, always get the PRD. Like, that is like the basis, the foundation of building your app. So, very important that you do that. So, okay, Perplexity spit out a PRD for me. It gives me the product overview, which is Neighborly. I knew it was going to name it Neighborly. So obvious, right? Neighborly Chat is a React based progressive web app that lets people in the same neighborhood join interest based chat rooms, new neighbors, families, singles, gay night. It says gay night. It was supposed to be game night, but we'll roll with gay night. Cool. Arts and crafts and pets with uh, anonymity. Is that how you pronounce that? The experience is mobile first, bento grid, home screen, super lightweight, and installable as a PWA. So, a cool thing about a PWA, instead of just like a static regular website, PWA, you can actually download it so it feels like an app on your device. Okay, so users and use cases. Primary user, new neighbor, just moved in, wants to meet new people and ask local questions. Long-term residents, those people are usually bitter. They hate all the new neighbors. Wants topical rooms, families, pets, hobbies, rather than noise. Yeah, I think the most important part is to stay away from the noise part, right? Um, Core use cases, sign up, boom, boom, boom. All right, so I'm gonna ask Perplexity for some recommendations on some more features. Pardon me. Hey, Perplexity, this is great. Any more recommendations for the lightweight app? We don't want to overcrowd it. We want it to be fun, simple, easy to use. So I definitely, you guys should definitely find a platform that works for you. It could be Chat, it could be Claude, it can be Perplexity. I just found out that Perplexity uses a lot of citations. So it actually does the research. It's like Google on crack. What up, Michael? Thanks for pulling up. All right, so keep the scope tiny, which is important. Let's see what it says. 3 big levers to keep that fun. Ruthless, boom, boom, boom. Minimum, boom, boom, boom. Okay, if you want the next step, simply checklist. Okay. Update the PRD with your recommendations, and we could go. How did I get kicked out of? Got kicked out of. That's dumb. Uh, who gets kicked out of TikTok, bro? Update the PRD with your recommendations with and proceed. How I get kicked out of TikTok? What the fuck? That is so weird, man. Just be trying to win out here. Golly. Oh well. Has to be suspended. Repeated violations of community guidelines. What the fuck am I? How? As much bullshit people talk about in their lives, like how do I get suspended? Make it make sense, please. Oh man. I wonder if it's because I gotta go live on TikTok. Huh? No, but I'm talking about like from their phone. I don't know. I don't get it. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out how to go live again on TikTok. Guess we're just gonna figure it out that way. I wonder if I could add in. What's going on, guys? Just vibe coding right now. I don't know why I got kicked off the Streamlabs for the 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 live, but essentially just vibe coding now on Google Meet. I don't even know how to pull that in. Oh boy. Mirror your video. We don't want to do that. Yeah, Maybe someone can help me. That looks crazy. Oh man, need like a stand right here. So right now I'm just vibe coding live. This looks tacky AF. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't have the proper stand to do this. Fucking TikTok, bro. So nutty. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have to do some research on that. Goodbye, TikTok, for tonight. All right, fuck it. Let's keep going. All right, so we finally got our PRD from Perplexity. Let's read what it laid out. We have the product overview. Neighborly Chat is a React based progressive web app that lets people in the same area join interest based neighborhood chat rooms. New neighbors, families, singles, gay night. That was supposed to be game night. Arts and crafts and pets. With the optional anonymity. The experience is mobile first, bento grid, home, extremely minimal, and easy installable as a PWA. Those who don't know, a PWA is a progressive web app. The PWA is a little bit better than like a static app where you can download the PWA onto your device. So it feels more like a mobile app. So the goals is to help people meet new neighbors by interest with almost zero learning curve. I guess that's cool, right? Like instead of being in a room and you're super awkward and you don't know how to make eye contact, your body language is off, you can do it online. Ship a tiny, robust MVP that's easy to extend with AI assisted development. Users and use case. Primary user types is a new neighbor, just moved in, wants to introduce themselves and ask basic questions. Existing neighbor wants lightweight themed rooms instead of noisy general feeds. Again, I don't want this app to be like Neighbor Next Door where it's talking about the guy who pooped on the sidewalk 6 times and someone's car got broken into. Privacy conscious neighbor wants to chat under a handle, not their full name. I think that's essential. The core use case MVP is a simple sign up with name, email, password, with an option to use anonymous display checkbox. Land on a single bento grid screen. Tap into a few. What's up? Land on a single bento grid screen and tap into one of the few preset rooms and send plain text messages. It's kind of like the layout of the app. Explicit non-goals for MVP. No media uploads. That's no videos, no images. No DMs or friend system. No reactions beyond simple like, and even that can be deferred. No complex profile fields, badges, levels, or field algorithms. This isn't Reddit. Functional requirements, onboarding and auth is very minimum. Name, fields, password, email, and password. And if they're anonymous, a checkbox will, if they check anonymous, the app will auto-generate a handle for them, like a username. Simple login, email, password. Let's see, neighborhood contacts and room lists. On first, the user sets zip code, simple radius slider, 1 to 10 miles, storing a profile for future use. I think this is cool. It's just like a community group on Facebook. It's based on like your demographics, like your area where you stay. Home is bento box style. And the rooms is new neighbor, family, singles, gay night. Gay nights like drive me crazy because like, what is a gay night? I'll have that changed. But I think incorporating the community is cool because people want to know if there's other people that, do what they do. Each title shows room name, one line description, small unread indicator dot and go. Okay, so that's clean. I'm gonna have Perplexity updated. So remove gay night and turn that into game night. And then have LGBT community. Sorry if I botched that. I don't even know what the acronym is anymore. LGBTQ plus. Okay. So now I'm gonna just tell Perplexity to update. Now you can go extremely crazy with the PRD to have like a more laid out and refurnished document. But for tonight, we're just gonna keep it simple. Just want to get something up and running, easy to use and share. I should have logged into to X. That's probably what I should do. Yeah, I'm a hang up and